It must have a lot of amazing technology that I've never seen before. What's wrong? Really? How could this exist? From the future. Has to be. That part at least makes sense with how much he's been interacting with Maho. So far, again, seems to reconfirm Maho is Grey's sister. Well, the future. A past. Grey's sister is future Maho. There. But see, that spot doesn't make sense though. If Grey's sister and R4 are fighting each other and you're saying R4 is the one that's been escaping, it must mean you have multiple spies. Which, I mean, I guess could be the case. Something you should tell her? We suspect that the PC continent has been colluding with the criminals known as ASIC. What's the meaning of this? Considering this, we also believe that the Ashen Goddess is either the PC continent Okay, nah. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? There should be no reason on this earth that you all should not know. Whether that mean you actually going to the continent and getting an image? Well, unless for some reason, no. Eastwar of all people not knowing about another goddess, what they even look like? I don't buy that. When we just heard that the other people of Planetune not only know Neptune by both forms, but also have her nickname for her. I mean, it's a different area, sure. But no one saw the PC continent goddess? Unless, okay, let me backtrack a bit. There is an explanation. It could be the case of, since the original one, Eastward doesn't have to be saying that the PC continent's goddess is the one who isn't the one who died. Let me rephrase that. All Eastward is saying is that there is a current goddess or candidate out there. She's not necessarily saying that the one who died. Well, no, what am I trying to say? Because I'm unaware that it's time travel. Well, okay, yeah. So I'm aware that it's time travel. They are not, which means that Eastward could be literally saying that Grey Sister was the supposed goddess who died. And if that's the case, then I ask again, how do they not know what this goddess even looks like? If anything, and such an entity appearing in their midst should be something that they investigate. They should at least have had a meeting or something. They colluded with ASIC. They may have parted ways for some reason. That's all we know. We discovered that the lab where Neptune and the others were found belonged to ASIC as well. And yes, that is true. The castle that trapped us for 2 years was obviously using advanced tech. It makes sense that the technology that was used to create Zeri would also be so advanced. And perhaps it would be prudent to go to that lab once more to investigate. Alright, let's get a plan as any. You're coming. Let me hear what they have to say about this. Is it in a field trip? I will send personnel with you to keep a record of your findings. IF is currently out on another okay, so who would you send? Yeah, that makes sense. You need to update your people. Alright, well, whatever it is, I trust you. And she will. Louise fine. Oh wait, just blonde? Huh, okay. Okay, now that that's done, is this...
Should we go
where's
in?
this event?
There might be a crazy awesome boss inside.
I'll go here.
What a relief to be back in one piece. Let's heal up quickly and keep going.
If you're
Let me
gonna
just
fight,
check.
you gotta be prepared.
Oh, great. New weapons. I can only get one for now, so...
I'll go with this. Is there
Be
anything
sure to
else
come
to
again
do?
soon.
So,
Will you lead the way?
why are we not assuming... Like, maybe it's just me, but if you find out that R4 has connections to a whole nother nation that apparently you don't even know the goddess or the candidate for, or what they look like, and you have literally 2 people from that area,
It's
I'm
not
not
safe
including
just to
them
leave
to the
me like
super
this.
secret mission or discussions? Like, please tell me it's not just me, everyone, but is that not just... I feel like this plot would have not advanced nearly as long as it did if, well, I mean, if we just look at, well, first off, if Uzume herself, I think that's... See, remember my whole conversation about losing faith in the writers? They already didn't give us a good explanation on why... And hang on. Since I'm talking. They already didn't give us a good explanation on why Uzume would not be here
Where are we?
when her whole nation is in trouble. Even if she was in the 0 dimension, that makes absolutely no sense by itself. But I could somewhat overlook that, but now it seems like that's just a symptom of the game as a whole. This is why I was having a frustration with the... It seemed like the devs were very desperate for us to like Maho and Anri at first. It didn't seem natural at all. Like, I'm not saying that the group isn't very friendly, but with everything that's at stake, and heck, if we do use Uzume's plot as an example, then they should know that people can be, you know, they were dealing with a fake Uzume for, well, not a fake, it was the real deal, just different circumstances. But nevertheless, as much as Neptune trusted Uzume, as much as they went through before that happened, you know, they had a whole arc, but it was just the 3 of them focused on it. There was still some suspicious behavior going on. I don't know, it just feels like to
If
me,
you're ever lost, just check the map.
like, at the very least, IF or Eastwar should know what the previous PC goddess looked like. Because if that was the case, then they should at least know either A, what Grey Sister looks like, B, think about Maho and how she might resemble the human form of the PC goddess, or C,
Please
all of
don't
above.
stare. It's impolite.
Like, I guess I have to say it is not smart for them to just let a new CPU do whatever they want and not do the barest minimum of at least confirming what they look like, let alone their intentions.
Yeah.
Like, that's like if in our world nowadays, if another nation popped up, no, you really can't compare it to nowadays because every other place is established. And the only way another nation could appear is if they were hiding in secret for years and years. And if that's the case, that is definitely suspicious. But anyways, my point is, it seemed like everything from how quickly
It's not
Neptune
safe to leave me here like this.
liked Maho and Andri, Neptune liked Maho and Andri, to how they're clearly not doing just the bare minimum of talking about highly sensitive information, at least a room with a locked door. Or not including people from the very continent you suspect is involved in the making of the R phones into the room. I don't care how long Eastwar worked with them. It's not like they are the CPUs themselves. Anyways, let me know if I'm the only one who thinks that that's weird or not. For now, let's do this sub event and then let's continue on. Wait, I don't even think Neptune was in that conversation. No, I'm pretty sure she wasn't. What thing? The Planetune retro game upgrade thingamajig, the booster. For so long since I played with it, I've been looking everywhere for it, but I can't seem to find it. How long has it been since I heard those words? So much time passed. I don't remember what booster you're talking about. Oh, really? You're gonna help? Thought Eastward would think it's a good thing it's gone. Also, we need to see this room. It always looked like a church to me. Was never here at all. It's like it just ninja vanished on you. Don't get too discouraged. After all, it was a shady expansion device to begin with. Huh. Might not have been the most popular thing out there, but it was a genuine Planetunian peripheral? Really? One, I'm surprised you used peripheral and that... No, I shouldn't be. Again, Neptune is smart. She just doesn't focus. And second, I don't know what you're talking about. Might have to look that up later. Was it really? I know Neptune's console was theoretical, but I think they kind of retconned that with this game and said that Planetune hasn't had a new console in a long time, so it must be for the Dreamcast? I might look there. You should let this one go. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll completely forget about this in a few days. What's so long? Well, Eastward hasn't heard of it in a minute, so it must be a long time. It's all the fuss in here. I've been dying to play with this old peripheral, but I can't find it. And if you're in Istiwal telling you you should just give up and forget about it. Is this a reference to your game? If so, I do not know it. Because actually, there is a place in the hyperdimension that is filled with lost game equipment. I believe that's where R4 was originally. They should try there. I'm assuming it's a reference to that particular game. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Let's just wait for them to come back. You found it? All right. Yeah, what is it? I guess you could just say it's the place where people go when they've been forgotten. Yeah, there's a literal place. There's a literal place in the hyperdimension where that exists. It was the beginning of Rebirth 2. Like, I get that they're making a... Well, I'm gonna look... Yeah, I should probably look it up. Yummy dinner? Okay. Yeah. Everyone in the dream realm? Yeah, I gotta look it up. Is that the only event? Dadgummit, no! I'm tempted to skip them. I'm really tempted to skip them. Also, I think my save files, yeah, no matter what, they'll appear up here. Okay, give me a second. I want to do my research. Okay, it is 110% what I thought it was. Apparently that was their 4th game. So, Teach Me Misty reminded me that they can't use the maker characters because, you know, they're basically borrowing the license to use them, right? And so I understand, but like having some references to games, I get. But that one in particular would clash with, like, I'm pretty sure there was an area in Rebirth 2 where all the forgotten games were. Well, anyways. We've got 3 more events to deal with. I guess we'll just loop around. What is that your friend likes? I'm guessing more references. Like, understand, if all these were about Sonic games, I would not want that. I'd be like, there are many other games out there. So, again, just me, maybe, but maybe that's the question of the day. That's still too vague. What kind of tea do you like? Oh, they're talking about... So this conversation is just about tea. What a rare combination. Of course. Of course. No. You didn't miss anything. And honestly, you're adding a lot to the story that just was not normally there. We did not have vampires before. I'm afraid I don't know much about tea, but Ver is quite knowledgeable in this area, so I asked her to help me. Is that even a concern for you? That's a good question. That's what a vampire is? Yeah, that makes sense. A very light eater, so... Oh. Okay, I guess it is a concern. Though I'm honestly tempted to call these non-canon events, especially if Alice is not even going to appear in future games. It's fine, no need to worry. Okay. You can't just rush art. I mean, I suppose she can't rush you when making an informed decision, but this isn't art. Don't you already know what you would personally like? If that's all you want to be concerned about, it's just a taste. Not sure if friends is the word you use. We mingle at parties and banquets all the time. It's nice to do little things like this every once in a while. I suppose so. You respect each other, but also in competition with one another? Maybe. Frenemy? Been a friend for quite some time, super into a cult. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Again, I have no knowledge of these games except I know how popular that they are. So I'm a bit of a fish out of water for this one. You end up spending a lot of your money on souvenirs. You're waiting for a snide remark, but your reply was so genuine. Yeah, you're not gonna get a snide remark. Unless you... Actually... I guess you'd have to spend a long time and for Neptune to get very comfortable. And then she might do that. That would be nice, but you all travel everywhere all the time, so... But still... Fine wine, they make this difficult and painful journey of life worth living? I suppose so. Yeah, forgive me, everyone. I don't know the game, so I can't comment too much on those. What's wrong? Staring at your phone? Is it an R phone or just a normal one? Something's bothering you? Maybe talking about it will help. Depending on what it is, I might only be able to listen, but I'm sure talking about it will help you feel better. See, how can they show us prime Nepgear like this? And then, well, no, Nepgear wasn't the issue. It was IF, the literal intelligence agent, and Eastwar, the longest living oracle in the hyperdimension. But anyways, you do feel like you need to vent? Okay, what's going on? This honestly is so embarrassing to be worried about, but... Oh! What's wrong? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see you being some... Out of all 4? Is that a question of the day? No, I think they're probably answering it. And of course you would be, because... Well, maybe Blonde would be upset with it, but she would most likely just get angry. I don't know why I just don't see. Maybe it's because of Mega Tag mention. But I don't see Blonde getting too upset by that. Well, not as upset as Noire. Yeah, I remember the.
Everyone's favorite idol, Magical Noirina, is here!
Yeah, Noire would probably be number one. Yeah, that makes sense. To be so worried about something so petty feels like it should be beneath me. Well, honestly, your entire lives depend on what the people think, so I think that that's actually quite fair. If anybody should be worried, it should be you all. And there is that as well. You have real work to do. It's become a problem. I'm curious, what will Neptune say? Turn off your notifications? How long is that gonna last? You can't do that? Yeah. If you don't do anything, this is just gonna keep happening, right? The definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. What's that sound? Again, I can see if anybody has an excuse to act like that, it would be them, but Noire, thank you for all your hard work. We're rooting for you, so do your best. Aspiring voice. Wait. That's suspicious. Oh, really? Yeah. Can we continue this conversation another day? Dadgummit, I knew it! I knew it! It was you! Out to run some errands? Yeah, you replied to something? You know too. Yeah. Well, that's nice of you to do, but a little bit on the nose there. You didn't hear anything, right? No, see, you can't have... Like, that's the type of deduction I want from my main characters, okay? Where you give them facts, and you can break them down and say, oh, this must be the case. Again, I'm not expecting them to know about time travel. That's a bit out there. But just, if a nation is involved, if you say you have a spy, I mean, do I think it's Maho and Henri? No. Well, not Henri. Maho, it depends on which one you have. As again, I'm still assuming there are two. And better safe than sorry. It's like one of those cases where you can say, I personally, well, just not include them until you know more, right? Don't say that you're not including them, but just, you know, Eastwar was even planning on talking about not telling Neptune about that information. Anyways, let's keep moving on. Can't seem to make any more progress. I heard typing. Every character just feels like an archetype that we already know about. I feel your pain on that. It can be very difficult to write characters that, especially nowadays, you know, it's almost like everything that you do can be inspired off of something else. And to go too far beyond can make it just seem like a terrible story. How many times have you had this thought and ended up playing games for hours? Writer's block is a real thing, though. But yeah, again, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. What the heck? You're the last person I thought to would appear here. It's important for writers to take intentional breaks. Is Vert gonna help Blonde? Hold up. Not that it really matters to you, but are you gonna make your deadline, or do you plan on showing up to your next event empty-handed? Is this what we needed? Is it? I think Vert might actually be trying to help you, Blonde. All you're doing right now is trying to escape. But you really can't talk. Of all the people, Vert, you really can't talk about this. But it's nice for you to help Blonde. Can't get your motivation going. Haven't breathed in the sweet air of convention hall in what feels like ages. A lot of people have quit writing too. And how does the amount of work you've done recently compare to those people? I can't say it would be a... Wow! What? I'm assuming this is to motivate Blonde. But that's quite a thing to say. That's quite a thing to say. It's gotten into you. Normally it's the type of thing that would send you into a hammer-swinging rage. Yeah. That's what I think. You would never? Did you get sick? Well, it's suspicious that you're doing. I mean, it's different. You normally don't do that. What's your angle? Honestly, I kind of thought that, but I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. All right. You know, I honestly thought, I was like, Vert, are you actually a fan? Because that made the most sense in my mind. I was like, the only reason you would do this is if you wanted some more content. And it doesn't apply to me that Blonde write that. With the state of the world being what it is, allow me to at least be honest about that. Do you understand? Wait a minute, hold up. Do I want the script to be... I don't know if them bonding over this is exactly what I want. But it's a start, you know? It's a start. Regardless of what the subject material is. Allow you to keep cheering you on behind the scenes. What the heck? No, people really gotta start locking doors in this game. Neptune, do you know what that is? Yeah, she probably does. Yeah, in fact, I remember Neptune reading something in the anime.
Oh, wow, the hero is taking her on an air ride to Dreamland. That's intense.
Well, not something, Blonde's story in particular. But alright, enough of that. Those were good. But now, I need answers.
I wonder what kind of monsters are out there.
Someone cleared the debris? That makes sense. Oh, really? Well, I mean, who could you... Well, I say who could you get, but the guild, apparently. You didn't know a huge lab was so close to Planetune? Spy stuff? Espionage? I mean, I suppose so, but... I mean, you're gonna be pretty loud while exploring this area. Honestly, I don't blame Higurashi for... You can find out some more stuff if you just wait and see what's happening. But... And Maho shouldn't be alone, from what Higurashi knows, shouldn't be a threat to the 8... Well, no. 7? I'm assuming it's Neptune, Noire, and Vert that are here. You have to do what?
Let's heal up quickly and keep going.
And honestly, it probably would be smart for her to at least inform Eastwar. It's been a long time since we were all together like this. Well, Blonde's not here. Right? I don't want to cut off the words. Yeah, that you did. We would have thought it would turn out like this. Can't get through there. Wait a minute, that was terrible. This looks like, there must be so many monsters now. Okay. It doesn't really. I mean, it's just a normal office, I feel. But the layout kind of reminded me of the Planetune offices, but no. The technology is different. In fact, that might be part of what they're talking about. Is that a copier? No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like a server either. I guess it could be. In fact, now I'm looking at it, I don't really see any PCs anywhere. Unless they're engraved into the desk somehow. Anyways. I think I need this button over here. And I can't access it. Apparently, is it still done? Like, I already explored this area. So is it the same as, oops. Dang it.
An enemy!
What level are these? Thank goodness, because I am alone.
Yay, we destroyed it! We did this together.
So this is literally the same place. That could have been bad. I might have gotten a game over.
You need
That's
my
even
help?
possible.
I'll try my hardest.
And I thought I saw a save button in here. Guess not. That's what I was going for, but oh, it's right here.
Would you like to save?
Now,
I'll wait for
what's the deal? Seems like a difficult place to sleep in. Okay, I'm thinking this is the real one. Or ours. There had to have been a switch. Still want to trust my hoe. At least ours. There's no TV or game consoles. At least they have a fridge. Neptune was trapped in said capsule too. I don't think it was the same one, but it was a similar one. I mean, what are you all talking about? You didn't notice that was a CPU inside there? Or, not that she was a CPU, but it was the same person. Her eyes were closed, so. You think? But the timeline doesn't match up, right? Because I wish I knew how much they knew. Because, again, R4 attacked the PC. I thought they left to go to the PC continent. No, yeah, the timeline doesn't make up. The normal CPUs went to the PC continent for backup. Why would they make a deal with R4 after R4 did that? Why should she leave us in here asleep? That is a good question. If everything I know is true or is lining up, and that Grey Sister wants to rectify her past mistakes, why leave the candidates out of here? Would that not make things better if they were involved? That's a good question. I should be asking that more often. Because that's what started me getting upset. I'm like, you gave us no reason, you lock us up in here for 2 years when they could have been some very needed backup to the main CPUs. Maybe it's broken. What they do what? You were spacing out? Something like heart-wrenching? It feels like your heart's being squeezed. Again, from everything we know, there's no saying that you wouldn't have memory of it. Something bothering you? Yes. You can't? I thought it was the same one. I remember when we touched it and made the castle that held the Ashen Goddess move. Your fridge back at home? Yeah, the one you were trapped in. Which means that R4 also had... So where are you going with that? You didn't know? It was annoying to get you out. You should be more grateful. Yeah, well... Okay, yeah, so they are all here except Blonde. I wonder if Blonde's looking into something about R4. Because it said R4 originated in Louis. And that would be interesting, but... And Noire, that's like the biggest lie you can possibly tell right now. Of course. You know, why do I feel like we'll actually get more work with them not here? What's wrong? What the heck? What just happened? Is there like a hidden part of the lab? Yeah, a hidden wall. Cthulhu? What's the second word? I'm guessing you were doing some Cthulhu speak. Probably. What's up with that wall? You bumped into it and slipped right in? Then you must investigate. It's a hidden wall. Really? Oh, that is high tech. Those wizard kids. I'd say it's a combination of effort. Noire helped too. Though I would say that's dangerous in this lab, so let's not make that a habit. Like a bowling ball? Oh great, not this area again. Come on, I'm sick of this map! But fine. Honestly, that wouldn't be so surprising. They travel to different dimensions all the time. Don't post that? That makes sense. How far does this passage go, I wonder? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like the one you found in Climbing Planet Tower. Did that go away by any chance? How far in the future is Grey Sister from? 4D Pocket? Like that blue cat robot from the future? Cat robot from the future. Is that another obvious reference that I'm forgetting? 4D, yes, dungeon, exactly. You found treasure? Oh yeah, go ahead and explore by yourselves. Don't make me do it. Why would you want to buy... I gotta remember who I'm talking to. Everyone's engaging in explorer mode to find treasure in this place. Uni, you know who you're talking to, right? You know who you're talking to? I'm surprised Vert did not... Yep. Yep, we're back here. Can I change area? Ah, so that's how it relates. If you're going to be slow, I'll just go first. It was that wall. Not bad.
Okay, let's save it here.
I like that they moved the save file to whatever the most recent one is that I had.
What? Are you tired?
That it goes to the top.
Don't give me that look.
So what? Are they saying the candidates were in like one of these? Because I assumed they were pushed into the same capsule. If so, how the heck? Like, I thought the only way Grey Sister could even do that is that the candidates were close together near her capsule. Why worry about the logic? I do like this though. I just hate that we're back here. Whoever built this road must be hiding something. I think that's a logical conclusion. That's a good question. Something truly terrible? Maybe. Like a bad test result? Super important business papers? Well, they actually could for some business papers, maybe. But yeah, I'm actually wondering what they would do. And yeah, that actually would be funny. I could see Neptune doing something like that.
If you're ever lost, just check the map.
All right. So it looks like we have to go through those other areas. Will I get stuck down there if I jump down there? I don't even know if they'll allow me to. Okay. Well, for now, I'm going to take a break. Not sure if this is the same episode or not, but I will be right back.